I know where they are.
And it's highly dubious because, in fact, Media Watch, blessings be upon it, did a survey of 5 major stories that ran for weeks in newspapers, and all of them anti-Muslim stories, front page news. They want to assassinate the Prime Minister. They want to kill the Chief of Police in Victoria. They want to. They're running gangs out of prisons and so on. A whole range of stories. And they looked at all of them, and they showed that all of them were false, not variations of the truth, but actually false. There was no evidence for them. They were just rumours. But they'd run front page, multiple pages for weeks. And it's only if you watch Media Watch that you find out that they're false. Most people are left with the impression that they're true. And so people have this, the media terrorises people more effectively than often the terrorists do, because the way that they frame this, and because people believe it, it's highly problematic. And let's support responsible media like The Guardian, newspaper like Radio National, like SBS and those programs. First Australians is among the best television ever made. Go back to where you came from, highly important and significant. Living with the Enemy, really important ways of, challenging some of these myths. And so we really need to encourage what resources are there and support those.
And so people were afraid to travel, and people were being abused in public transport and that sort of thing. So somebody, I think was it on Twitter, somebody tweeted, I'll ride with you, and basically said, look, I'm at this train station and I'm travelling into the city. If you're afraid to travel on your own, I'll ride with you, I'll meet up with you and I'll ride with you. And people just there was this snowballing effect, and people just started joining.
It was a spontaneous act,
and it was a platform. It was a platform and a forum.
All about entertainment, and whatever's entertaining to people is what's going to cause the ratings. And they just keep on reporting that stuff. So at the end of the day, the stuff that you were talking about, about this really great stuff out there that's not being presented, it just doesn't get the ratings.
In fact, really, I think the way forward to address most of these issues is through appreciative inquiry. Most of you are familiar with appreciative inquiry. Just having a positive attitude to every group that you're a part of, all the people in that group, looking for what is their best practice or their best experience, acknowledging that, honouring that, celebrating that, supporting that. And I mean, you don't have to know anything about Islam or Hinduism or Buddhism or Jainism or Sikhism. All you have to do is go in with eyes open, ears open, heart open, to acknowledge whatever is beautiful and noble and helpful in the people that you find, and just engage them appreciatively, and then broaden the conversation to talk to other people that you know in your friendship and family circles about what you appreciate in the other, to help them appreciate the other. And that's the fundamental dynamic that we really need. I mean, it's not fancy, it's stuff that we all know.